Hello, welcome back guys to the second video of this tutorial. We were just talking about objectives. Now here are some examples. Well, here's an example of our baking cake instruction objectives. So over here we have the main objectives numbered 1, 2, 3. Students will prepare the ingredients. Students will prepare the baking tools, and then we have our sub-objectives, meaning what they need to do under this objective here, what tasks they need to do. So you see, our objective is to have them bring the ingredients and prepare them, and then you list down the ingredients and everything. So these are the objectives. Let's move on to the next stage, which is the design stage. Okay, now in the design stage you should the reason for having a design stage in this instruction design is to make sure that you stay consistent, you keep consistent in your design. Okay, so what you do is you choose one slide that you will do in your when you build your instruction. I'll show you how to build your instruction in a minute. Um, but choose one slide that you build and you put it here in your instruction design. Okay? And the reason for this is you use this slide as a template for the rest of your slides. Okay? So you stay consistent. You keep the title the same font, Calibri 44, and you keep it centered. Okay? The body, you keep it on the same font on all of your slides, Calibri 18 centered, and so on. Alright? So you also should put a back and a next page to flip through the pages of your slides. And you make sure you have your page number over here. Okay? Make sure you get that. Um, Now this over here shows you that it shows you the objectives for each slide. You should keep each slide, state which objective you relate each objective to each slide number. Okay, so for slide number 1, I talk about all of the objectives. Slide number 2 as well, all the objectives. So slide number 3, I relate it to the objective 1.1. Okay, so over here, this is slide number 5. Let's see which one we talk about. We talk about 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. And these are our objectives over here, the ones that we discuss in the 5th slide. Okay, so the things that you should keep in mind here is put down the page number. Make sure you stay consistent with your design. Put a format down, a template down that you use for all of your slides. Put down the title, the body, the pages, next and back, and um, try and use as many images as you can. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Now, if they're over here, I don't have an example of a page where I have a link. But if you were to link a page, like for example, if I were to link slide 5, okay? If I were to say that I want to link one of these objectives to one of the objectives in slide 6, then I would put it in red, okay? I would put it in red over here. Let's use red, okay? And I would put down the slide number, okay? So let's say slide number 6. So this tells me that I actually have linked slide number 6 to this slide here. That's what the 6 in red means. Alright? Does that make sense? Okay. I'll give you another example. Let's say that I want to go from slide number 8 to slide number 3. Okay? From slide number 8 to slide number 3. Okay, so what I do is I will say 3 in red. And what this means is that this page here can take me to this page here. That's what that tells me. And this also tells me that this page number 5 can take me to page number 6. But of course it does that by clicking on next, so this doesn't make sense to have it there. Alright, let's move on to building the instruction. And I'll show you over here how I built my instruction. Now it's very recommended, it is very recommended to include as many images as you can. Try and keep it interactive, make it engaging, make your instruction as engaging as possible. Okay? Keep your design simple, don't go overboard with it, but try and make it engaging. Okay? If you can make a video, great. If you can just take pictures and put them on there, great. In this tutorial, you can actually click the next. If I can do a slideshow. I'm not sure if I can do a slideshow with this tutorial or not, but I'll try. Actually, I can. So I just press next, see, and I can actually click on these. Alright, and I've taken pictures of me actually making the cake. So there you go. I give my students break it down on a step-by-step basis. So try to do that. This is a cute little pic of the kids waiting for the cake to be baked and come out of the oven. So yeah, put images, make it interesting. Make it interesting. Make it as interesting as you possibly can make it. Alright? Okay, so there was building our instruction. Okay, now let's go to the final and last stage of our analysis of our instruction design. This stage is the evaluation stage. And this is where you test your students. This is where you make sure that they have learned what you want them to learn. Okay? You want to know whether the students have actually learned your instruction, your purpose, or they have met your purpose and learned your objectives, what you want them to understand and learn. And in this step, we always recommend that you use critical thinking skills to test their critical thinking skills. Use things like creating or analyzing, or stay away from things like memorize, or stay away from typical memorization, or just testing their memories. No, try and get them to get up and create something or make it, or use Bloom's taxonomy if you can. It's a great, try and use the upper levels of the pyramid. Alright, and I will wrap it up by that. Actually, before I wrap it up, I'm going to show you Bloom's taxonomy because it's awesome. So I'll just show it to you real quick. Okay. Right. So when you create your analysis, you try and target these stages over here. Okay. Stay away from the remembering and the understanding. Try and get your students to analyze, evaluate, or create. So, for example, in my case, it would be called applying, because I asked them to make a cake. So they were just applying the knowledge that I taught them. But try and make them develop new things. And I will wrap it up with that. If you have any questions, just send me an email and I will do my best to answer. Bye bye.